Typical Tuesday. You always want it to be perfect. And the reality there's no such thing this early in the week, because finally the game plan begins to take shape in the sense of what you want to do to counter this opponent, based off film study, based off the things that have been sprinkled in. And you go back, you watch today's film, and you take out some things, add some things, and come to a decision on what gives us our best chance to have success. Some things that off of film we looked at as advantageous did not show today very well, and that's on us as the coaches. Will clean that up and get it fixed. But the guys' effort, attention, their energy was all there today, so pleased with it. Again, an exotic defense that requires us to sometimes be more creative, and it's not always the best thing to do when you think that, because you're trying to match wit, if you will. Sometimes fundamentally is best in the approach. So we'll watch this film today and see what's best for us on today's normal down and distance emphasis. You have a new head coach with a coordinator who haven't worked together, so how much of it will be the head coach's influence, how much will it be the coordinators and the other support staff, and how much of influence those guys will have. Those are the things you try to figure out, and you formulate a plan to the best of your ability to accommodate that. Good man, really good man. He's for years as a sports commentator, did several games that I've participated in, and have had a chance to visit with him on several occasions. I like him a lot. Quality young men who exemplify the things that we look for in our student athletes. All boast over a 3.0 GPA. All are on pace to earn their degree. All come out here every day and bust their butts, giving of themselves for the good of the team, selflessly, unselfish. And it was the least we can do to say we appreciate you. We notice all that you do, and you're a part of this family. And a small token of our appreciation is to be able to pay for your school. You know, we know it's not going to happen overnight, and so we stay to the course, we stay steady, and we learn how to do things. And in one case, or early stages, you learn to compete and to know that you're capable of. Then you learn how to win. All right, now winning is one thing, maintaining is another thing. How to maintain, because the great programs maintain. There are no ups and down years. They're steady in their approach. And we're a program that now have won some big games, but now we have to maintain and show consistency in our style of play and the ability to handle success.
I'm very confident on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, we got a faster tempo. I just feel like this is a good offense. It fits us, so I'm ready to see what we can do on Saturday. I think it'll work fine. I mean, Coach Wilson trusts him, and of course the rest of the team does. So, I mean, we're behind Cordell. I know Cordell trusts us just like we trust him. So, just ready to get out there and go to war. I mean, it's great. You finally get to see somebody in different colors. So it's just you can unleash what you've been holding on to, because you never attack your teammates like they're the enemy. So it's ready just to see somebody else out there. Well, personally, what I felt that they thought it was going to be a cakewalk, and they came into our stadium, kind of lackadaisical. So I mean, I know they're awake now. They'll be ready for us because we're on their home turf, and they don't want to go home with the L. But that's our job. That's what we plan to do when we get there. Slide, because it forces the defense to spread out, knowing that we have so many dangerous weapons on the outside that could take a little 1 2 yard route and take it 80 or whatever. So it helps out a lot. It spreads out the field, gives the back more room to work with, quarterback things and options to look at. So it's better off for the offense.
The talk from my time being when I first got here all the way up leading to now, and my progression on and off the field, and he told me that I've done everything and I've earned the right to be the starter, and so very happy and humble to be named the starter. Yeah, even though if he wouldn't have told me, you can't be complacent. No matter at this level, you always have guys competing. No matter whether you're 1, 2, or 3 guys are always trying to take your spot. So every time you step on this field, whether it's practice, game day, walkthrough, you got to give it your best, because the guy behind you always trying to take their spot. So never get complacent or content. So do what I was coached to do. Don't do nothing out of the norm, what I haven't been doing. Do what got me here. Just be consistent and just play my game. That's definitely what I envisioned. When I committed here, Coach Wilson told me we had quarterbacks. I would have to work for it, work for the spot, you know, and he gave me the opportunity to work for it and contend for the starting spot. So I knew coming in there'd be competition, and I was ready to compete. So at the time when I committed here, this was all I had. So I mean, it was a blessing. You know, like I said, God set it up for me to be here. At the time, this was the only offer I had. So, and I was late. I didn't sign on the first signing day. So. Yeah, so it was just, I had no other choice. It was a blessing to be here. One of my goals was to be the starter. I mean, it didn't matter who we played against, but I mean, I'm grateful for the opportunity we have coming on Saturday, and we'll be ready.